everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shoe Podcast, the only sneaker podcast that just learned how to use a pressure cooker. I'm your co-host, Ryan Landry.
I am your saucy co-host, Tanner Young. And let me tell you what, learned you did, my man.
It's been a vibrant 2 weeks over here. Big things coming from the Landry household. Who knew? I'm only however many years late to the pressure cooker game, but better late than never. Pressure cooking, but never under pressure.
Bars.
How are you doing?
The pressure cooker was invented. Thinking about when the pressure cooker was invented.
Yeah. That's all you got on the brain right now? Just when the pressure cooker? Yeah.
Kinda. Now I'm just, really, man, I just wish my grandparents had invented something that changed the world,
Why, so you could live a little more cushy? Yeah, just ride off the royalties there?
Yeah.
To think you were this close to being George Foreman Jr., and you could have just lived off the George Foreman grill royalties, the inheritance.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They really tell you hard work pays off, and kind of just now I'm really just like, man, I wish I was a Nepo baby.
Hard work pays off, but nepotism pays on, I'll tell you right now.
Oh, dude, you can't. Hold on. Gotta get in the booth.
Can I get some more snare? Can I get snare in the headphones? Here tonight to talk about the sneakers releasing in May. And I was just saying before we hit the record button here, pleasantly surprised with what I'm seeing on the calendar so far. Normally when we do these, we do them a couple days out before the month actually starts. And granted that this week we're pretty close to the start of the month. Maybe there's more on the calendar. I think some stuff in here. I think some diamonds in the rough, some gems in the sand.
Ooh, I like that. I feel like, we've kind of seen it. Sneaker companies, they hit really hard at the end of the year, holiday season, gift buying season.
Right.
Usually the start of the year kind of cold, but however, 2025, I feel like start of the year, we kind of kept that momentum.
Came out swinging.
Going. I do feel like maybe March and April were a little okay. I know April, I think, was a little.
February was crazy. March a little more tame. April gradual decrease from there.
But what is that? High humidity, high heat. We're cooking.
That's right.
Sneakers on the horizon.
Welcome everyone to the pressure cooker.
That's why I'm sweating so much. I'm sweating so much because Nike and Adidas can't stop.
That's right. Also because we live in Louisiana. But shall we go ahead and jump into it here? Sorry, bad time to ask you a question right as you took a sip. For the audio only listeners, this is a pretty visuals heavy episode. So thank you everyone who's joining us over on YouTube or on Spotify where you can watch the episode. We will be going through the sneaker news release calendar for the month of May and just kind of seeing what jumps out at us, what grabs our eye here. Some of this stuff it was originally talked about in a month past or something like that. And maybe it got pushed. So maybe we won't hit on it as much, but we're just going to be scrolling, seeing what catches our eye and what we want to talk about. And first thing that I teased a little bit before we started recording here, Justin Timberlake partners with Nike Golf for an Italian-made limited edition shoe. Only 1,981 pairs made. We got to do limited here. But it is...
born, huh?
What's the model here? Did I miss it? It was on the previous page. Hold, please. The Victory 4. A deliberate nod to his birth year. So there you have it there.
Just on the price tag.
What's the price on these? $500. Well, if you're buying,
I guess.
Did I read an Italian-made golf shoe? Anytime, listen up, listeners. Anytime Jordan Brand throws Italian in the product description, double the price. Double the price already.
Love Italy.
There's something about the Italian leather, the breadsticks, I don't know, that just makes the price go through the roof, apparently. The cows over there are eating too well. I don't know. But $500, less than 2,000 pairs. You'd think they'd just round up. I guess he wasn't born in the year 2000, but these come in a mostly beige colorway with like these orangish, reddish accents on them. Not a bad looking shoe. We got a double swoosh Victory Tour. We got on the inside there. We got maybe his little signature. Of course, some spikes. Cork insoles. That's nice.
Oh, well, hey, for the golf course.
Ray of the Sun. The box says. Box is kind of sick.
Box is cool.
Okay, you get some socks with it. I don't know why, but this one shot of a cruise song that just looks super long. I'm not a fan of it. There's a better way to
look like
photograph
something you put on your
foot.
Not literally.
Not mad at these. They kind of remind me, the mud guard on these, the way that it overlaps that swoosh on the side. What do they call the weatherized Vomeros? Like the Vomeros that they made like the outdoor version of it that has like that mud guard around it like that. This kind of looks like that.
I like it.
Reminds me of it a little bit.
Swoosh to bed.
Obviously, good night, swoosh. Obviously, will not be buying these because I'm not a golfer. Just want to go ahead and get that out on the record. It's not the price tag. It's not the Justin Timberlake Association.
No, it's the athletic.
It's the golf shoe.
Of choice.
Yeah. Not for me, but
you're a frisbee golfer. I know we know that.
A frolfer. Yeah. I try to leave that life behind me because I do the podcast now, but yeah. Used to be a frolfer. Yeah. I was big.
Get away from the links.
My legacy haunts me. Air Max 95, black and pink. We talked about it last month. Solid colorway.
Mm-hmm.
More of the Sunder. That really cooled off. I think Kids of Immigrant Sunder at the end of last year. Big bang. Like a giant one that people loved. And since then, it feels like they have not quite recaptured the magic there.
No, that's a silhouette that's going to need a collab.
Yeah. Air Max 2 Charles Barkley, pretty sure. Yep, the Charles Barkley Air Max 2s.
Okay.
Wild. I think if you got the nostalgia bug for these, great. Happy for you. Should be even easier to get them. Expected June 2025. Okay, well, sneaker news, if you could. Well, updated April 3rd, queued up for a tentative May 1st release. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we could figure our details out here. We're trying to run a show over here.
Gee.
We're trying to piggyback off of your work. If you could make it a little bit easier for us, that'd be great. Yeah.
News.
More Ja2s. Wow. I could not have told you prior to last week what a Ja Morant signature silhouette looks like. I remember the Ja 1 has the swoosh around the back. That's a cool detail. I did not know what the Ja 2s look like. The Ja 3s, I knew what they looked like because we talked about them. Good silhouette. I guess they don't all feature this scratch thing. That's the scratch colorway, because then you have the Jawbreaker, which A+ on the name. That's a good joke. That's a good bit there. But anyways, these scratch ones, and even the Ja 2's a pretty forgettable silhouette, I would say. Yeah. So good comeback with the Ja 3.
I would agree. Whoa.
The KD 18, this cage. Oh, the Kobe 9. No. Oh, the Mambacitas. Okay. Well, we're getting a error link when we try to click on it, so you're just gonna have to look at it from here. Sorry. A lot of performance basketball. I don't know that I've seen the Vomero 18 yet. Okay, another error link. Sneaker news, please.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I guess playoffs are happening right now, so basketball hype is kind of
true. Okay.
In full effect right now. So you got the finals going.
Yeah, and no shortage of footwear for it.
The AE coming for everyone.
Who are you pulling for?
Oh, of course, Anthony Edwards.
Okay. I just had to check.
Took down the Lakers.
More colorways.
Didn't pay off.
More colorways of the Nike Zoom Spiridon. The Adidas Adizero Adios Pro Evo 2. 500. What is with the $500 shoes this month? Is this tariffs? Is this tariffs kicking in already? You guys just think we're made of money here?
That's got to be and that's a running shoe, right?
Yeah, this is a running shoe. Sorry, listeners. I'm getting over a sickness here.
Running shoe?
I'm going to try to keep turning
illness.
away from the mic when I cough. I'm more so sorry for coughing in your ears. I'm not sorry for being sick.
Don't be sorry for coughing in their ears either. This is an ASMR channel.
You signed up for it. This is what you wanted.
Yeah. Adjust your speakers to my man's cough.
So yeah, we got a $500 running shoe here.
That's crazy.
Sneaker News says, while a $500 running sneaker is likely out of the reach of most casual runners, that could be the review. End of sentence. That's it.
I mean, unless this is taking a full minute off your mile pace, what are you doing buying these?
I just feel like for anyone that could benefit enough from whatever technology is in a $500 shoe should be an Adidas athlete getting this shoe sent to them and not paying $500 for it, you know?
Hold on. In that same paragraph, it says it's lower priced and more approachable Oh, okay.
A different model. Yeah, the
Okay.
Adizero
Which is
Evo
at the
SL.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is okay. So at least there is that where it's like we're gonna give you an ultra premium running shoe, which obviously this is definitely like a marathon shoe. Just I would imagine with that amount of foam.
Yeah.
Good gravy.
Thing looks crazy. Look at you up there. Short Kings. This could be for you. This could be.
My God.
Add a couple inches to the height there.
Yeah. No. I am 6 foot, just with one specific silhouette.
The shoes stay on.
The shoes stay.
Clot and Adidas Stan Smith. Oh, we got some beads on the back. Is this like a moccasin thing? The Clot Stan Smith Espadrille. Okay. It's available now via Sneaker Politics. Shout out the boys.
Shout out the boys.
What is going on here? Yeah.
Just an all-white shoe with a little bit of flair. Honestly, looking at this silhouette, this picture it makes me think of the white ladies who go to like Jamaica and get braids.
Okay, that's a good reference. I was gonna say this is kind of giving this is kind of a mullet shoe. This is kind of a business up front, party in the back.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing someone's 40-year-old mom is in Barbados right now.
Part of me
and has got the braids
so badly wants to get the reference picture up on screen right now, but the other half does not want my search history to include white middle-aged mom Jamaica breeds ? Like I don't want the results coming up in real time on the episode here. But yeah, we get the reference.
No, you do not. No, you do not.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we don't need those, so that's fine.
There you go.
Mercedes and Adidas.
Hyper pink shoe.
Okay, sure. Okay. Let's see the Mercedes collab. Let's see what they did. There it is on the back. Yep. You did put the logo on it. You did it.
I don't know why it's hyper pink, but
you got the Pepto steppers. Well, we're not really keeping up with F1 like that, so
I guess that's also
maybe the car is that color.
That'd be crazy.
The color isn't tied to Mercedes livery or the Formula One logo, but could potentially tribute to the Miami Grand Prix, given its obvious South Beach association. Think Miami Vice. If you gotta not only write your guess of what the reference is, but then also explain the reference of
they had a word count. They
really
scroll up. Is this Mark? Scroll up. Is this Mark?
Or is this Andrew?
Is it Andrew? I was about to say,
Lord. You almost broke the chair over there. That's karma.
Shaq, what's going on, man?
Karma for you.
Yeah, Anthony got me. I mean, Andrew got me.
We got some New Balances coming out. 1000, 1080, 1906. Nothing crazy that's a running shoe right there. Anyone's going wild for.
So New Balance hitting the year with their gray again.
Yep.
In previous years, I would have mocked them, but in my right page, I'm like, ooh.
990 V6 in classic gray is looking good now. Yeah.
New Balance was like, we know what people want.
Yep. That they do. I thought this silhouette.
That article in 2022. Go back.
Well, yeah, because this is not. It's re-releasing now, but yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to rewrite the article every time the shoe re-releases. Just update. It's like, what account was it during the pandemic that every time the Pandas restocked would just cross out the listing and put another date underneath it?
Oh, yeah.
That was hilarious. I don't remember what account that was, but I thought this silhouette, this New Balance MT10 is kind of a funky looking thing. And then the T500, sorry, none of these links are working here.
I like the T500 though.
T500 looks like they're going Dunk, Stan Smith, more classic sneaker silhouette versus like New Balance look for it. I will say I was surprisingly impressed by the Angel Reese Reebok. I like not the Shaqnosis, definitely not the Premier Road Plus 6s. The Club C Bulk. I don't know if they call it that because they made it a little bit thicker, a little bit chunkier there, but
it's nice.
I like all these colors going together. This side shot of the white, the gold, the pink on it. Good looking really shoe. Nice. It's kind of surprising to see coming out of. You forget Reebok's still making shoes these days. Like a lot of time I see something coming, I'm like, oh, I forget Reebok's still a thing. They've not had a moment in a while.
No, but I mean, you got a big name like Angel Reese, so
yeah.
Might just be the little bit of cooking oil they need.
Let's see.
It's
A
fine.
little more technical. Not bad. Not bad. The check gnosis. I mean, the check gnosis is what it is. I don't honestly hate this pink suede on the side of it here. I mean, the check gnosis is a
I think it
tough
looks pretty
silhouette to love, anyways.
Yeah. But I mean, Jack Reebok, so
Yeah. But yeah, the pink suede on
and
the side
I don't know if
looks
they've.
nice.
I know they were. Like Shaq was really behind Angel Reese. I think they had like a weird moment. I guess they're fine now.
Oh.
That or Reebok was like, I don't care if you don't like them anymore.
Oh, they had beef at some point?
I want to say they did. I think he had like maybe criticized her about something.
Breaking
but maybe
journalism.
they buried the hatchet.
Okay. Good on them. Come back from it. Here you go, Tanner. Another shot for you. The Adidas Climacool.
Okay. Here's the thing. Hate the shoe. Love the photo.
Yeah, that's a great photo.
That's a good photo. Where's the light coming from?
You were just talking about at the top of the episode how hot and humid it is over here. These would be so breathable on your feet, though.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. You hear 3D printed sneaker and, you may envision.
Right.
But the top down look wild.
These still, I don't know. I don't think it's something that I want to wear, but I got to imagine the breathability on these is crazy.
And then even, like, could you imagine, like, wearing a sneaker or wearing, I guess, a clog
mm-hmm.
and feeling air on, like, the bottom of your foot?
Yeah, the bottom would be the crazy part. Yeah.
That's nuts. But, hey.
$140. Retail price $140. Not terrible. 3D printing has come in. I guess 3D printed. I remember when the 3D printed shoes were $400. So yeah, it's really come a long way.
Yeah, them Ultra Boosts.
All right, we got Asics Gel Kyanos here. I saw these earlier. I thought these were kind of funny. The engineered garments Reebok Instapump Furies.
Anytime you see an Instapump Fury, it's funny.
But it's a funny silhouette to begin with. But this take on it that kind of has like, what is it, like the wingtip shoe embroidery on it, but in all this brown suede kind of cowboy feel to it. I don't know. There's something about this that I'm like, that's a fun shoe. Not one that I want to wear, but
no. But I mean, to be fair, I feel like the Instapump. It's just so funny, and it is so fun, and it's just I would like to see more, but
retail price $250. Yo, we cannot keep doing expensive shoes. Okay, we need some.
Joke's not funny anymore.
Yeah. Also, who do I report this to? We got a typo here, as well as their retail outpost, except they're spelled Tahir. John Kim. Okay, John, check your inbox.
Well,
letter waiting.
He's not an Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew would never do that.
No.
We got Swarovski, Converse, retail price $450. Okay, May is an expensive shoe month.
But here's also the thing. Okay, I see Swarovski. Or however, I see the diamond, the crystal place. Sure. I'm like, yeah, that's probably gonna be,
you know what you're in for.
Yeah, you know what I mean. However, just because you put a bunch of crystals on the side of a Converse doesn't mean you can. But then I'm also just like, that seems like a lot. I feel like they're obviously they're fake.
Right.
Can't be real. Can't be real Swarovski crystals.
A little dust bag.
Hold on, no.
For $450, it's the least they can do.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I don't super hate the lows.
I wish they had white laces. Well, just because I feel like that's a more classic look for Converse Chuck Lows, but
true. Yeah.
Maybe you would think for the retail price $350, you could throw some white laces in the box as well.
There better be.
Yeah. Let's see. I know this is kind of the dunk that everyone's talking about right now. I read the acronym earlier today. College Skateboarding Educational Fund.
Okay.
I am not in love with this colorway by any stretch. I don't know if this is maybe their brand colors or something like that. The design is coolish. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just
like the little
we got the Scantron on the tongue. Okay.
Yeah.
When the tongue tag is the best detail on your shoe.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I mean, it's just like there's really not a lot to it, it seems like this would be something that you could just have like a GR of, but
Yeah.
Hold on.
You want the tassel?
I like the tassel.
I can see, what's the time of the year? I can see, clip it right now.
Oh,
the kids picking this up and swapping the tassel on their graduation cap. If that didn't have
100%.
the CSEF on it and was just big Nike SB, the kids swapping the tassel for the Nike SB tassel,
I think that will stop people.
Yeah.
But I 100% agree with you. If it just had a giant Nike, dude,
I see the vision from a mile away. Yeah.
Yeah, that just is a layup.
That's fun.
That's
chain link
good.
fence, but pencils.
That's cute.
They did everything right, but the colorway.
Oh, the outsole's a pencil.
Wow. Small brains over here at Shoe Podcast, but one of us got it.
Okay.
The side profile shot. The side profile shot does.
All right. Hold on. Now it's getting kind of
okay. They did more than we're giving them credit for. We didn't have the college skateboarding education fund, right? We could have used that fund. We could have used that education.
Okay. That's okay.
Okay, you got me. I'll read the article.
Right.
What are the other details?
Okay.
What do we got? Don't tell me that they didn't call it out. Quote from Sneaker News, most eye-catching in these early images is a glossy black swoosh and a tricolor outsole interrupting a typical gum arrangement with pine green and pink stripes under the heel. You wrote all the words except for what it is. The pencil.
Except for it looks like a number.
Tanner got it. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, come on. That's.
Oh, and then instead of that's okay. That's a cool shot. Yeah.
Okay, we give him a little more credit. There's probably more to this shoe that if we looked at it, we would get. But shame on Sneaker News didn't get it. Maybe someone else got it. Yeah. Should we get? Hang on. Okay, I want to give this shoe the benefit of the doubt and the credit it deserves. We have the Nike.com listing for it. Are they going to tell us? Pencil inspired lace option and tricolor sole. Okay, so we got a little bit on it there. Slimmer tongue, debossed artwork, graphic sock liner, athletic typography, heel tabs. The foundation signature green and yellow. Okay, so we got signature colors for the most part. Scantron we got.
Yeah.
Wow, the pencil outsole. Good eye on you. I would have never caught that.
It's cute.
That is okay. Okay, we give it a little more credit.
All right, it's cute. It's cute.
Ooh, what is Puma up to with the Aries? What do we got? The Mastro Craft. I like that Puma's just throwing it out there right now, you know? They're like, we are Puma.
Why not?
We got nothing to lose. We are going to put a rib cage on the side of the shoe.
Yeah.
The traction's going to wrap up from the bottom.
I was going to say, what are you, a gladiator right here? I mean, what's going on with this thing?
Oh, that.
Right. And then its
sole looks narrow, though.
Like a cleat.
What I will tell you, the ACG fan in me is resonating right now. This looks tactical. Okay. The side of the shoe, I don't know why it's giving me like Alien versus Predator or something. Like it looks like the shoe's like jumping out at me.
It does feel very AVP for sure.
I want to see a pair of these in person because like I can't fully appreciate what's happening on the side of the shoe from the images here. Like I feel like it feels like optical illusionist where I'm like, how much is it actually like you see me turning my head trying to get a different perspective on this JPEG.
Follow the
right, exactly. As if like it's going to do something different. Yeah.
It's a weird one.
Whoa, what is the Mastro Mid? Okay, these should have dropped alongside Donda, the album, when that came out. This is that fit.
Oh, 100%.
Which we're not rocking with Kanye right now. Well, we have not rocked with Kanye for a while, but especially not right now. But anyways, all right. Wild stuff happening there. Go ahead, Puma. Keep it going. Okay. We got to talk about them.
Oh, here it is. There it
is. The one taking the internet by storm this week. The Air Force One dirty triple white. Now, hang on. Is Sneaker News... No, Sneaker News not alluding to dot swoosh at all of this. which from what I read and understand, this is a dot swoosh release, which, yes, listeners,
Crazy.
I am still going to poke fun at dot swoosh every time they release a shoe with no digital component tied to it at all, because that's the whole thing it was based on. That's the premise. That's the bit. So anytime they release something, and now we're not even referencing digital, it's not a polygon version of an Air Max 1. It's not referencing a game that we can't say the name of. It's a dirty shoe that gets clean. Here we go. Hot take, everybody. Listen up, right down the barrel here. Dot swoosh and Nike want to be mischief so bad. They want to be edgy and innovative and have a creative take on their shoes so bad.
Wow.
But they're not. That's it. That's the end of the take there. Anytime I see them doing stuff like this, we're like, it's silly because it's dirty when you get it, but the more you wear it, it turns clean, which is like, I get wear away technology. I still think that's cool. Don't get me wrong. I still believe
we love it.
Doing the opposite and being like, isn't it a trope of white Air Force Ones? I don't know. To me, and maybe I'm sensitive, I get triggered every time I see dot swoosh on something, and I'm like, you're not doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing here.
I'm just programmed to not like it because dot swoosh is silly.
Right.
Yeah. It's always interesting whenever it's like, we're going to sell you a shoe that's like super beat or something like that. So interesting, I guess, like flip to it, because then it's like everybody throws away their Air Force Ones once it gets dirty, but then like you have people who make fun of the, this and the other. I'm like, okay, I get it. It is just interesting because I'm also just like, you can't do that with all of the shoe.
Well, I can understand how like the wear away works, right? Like dirty layer, it'll be brighter white underneath, but also like typically with wear away, like it gets dirty as it wears away. And I also don't see how things like loose threads and creasing is going to go away. Like, so it's still going to look worn away. There. I'm also just now for the first time seeing this eye stay, which I have no idea what's happening here. Those cutouts where the lace holes are. It's like and also on the vamp on the toe there.
Toe box. Yeah. I don't know.
Is it a fabric layer that pulls away? Little toothbrush says you missed a spot. Okay. All right. You got one. I'm not going to give you everything for it, but
yeah.
And
then here's just a
triple black.
I think it's the same. It's in the same pack.
But does it look distressed?
Glossy? No, yeah. But what does that one say? Does that one say the same thing?
It says you missed a spot. Yeah. I did see at some point. Give me a second. I'm going to go find it. I said, give me a second. I'm not pausing the show or anything like that. You're all still here with us. But
Time out.
Taylor, I'm going to hang up on you. I'll call you right back. No, I think Complex posted earlier in the week a reel of them cleaning the shoes. And I didn't really watch it, but I do kind of want to see it. Okay, hang on. You want the audio? No, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do the audio. So here they are. They have the shoes. They're going to try to clean them with just a Brillo pad sponge. Okay. Just chipping away at it. Did a lot of work. They look bluish. We try to spun. Why some of that fake dusty upper? Okay. The faux griminess on the toe is coming right off. It's working. Okay.
Okay, but here's the thing. You're just cleaning a shoe.
Sandpaper was too rough, they say. Tried steel wool. Steel wool, not useful. The press release says the more you wear them, the cleaner they'll get. Instead of we scrub them for 40 minutes, try to get them as clean as possible. Nike doesn't want people to clean them right out of the box. That's not the intended purpose. They want you to wear the shoe. I bought the shoe. I can do whatever I want. Wait, does the midsole?
That's what I was going to say. Does the midsole, like, can you clean that or no?
Oh,
yes. Okay. All right. You can.
Tried some paint thinner. No, we're doing way too much here. Jason Martin.
But here's the thing. Also, Complex, you're just showing cleaning a sneaker. Like, that's not where, like, that's just what happens when you clean them. You wear your shoes, they get dirty, and then you take a brush to them. So, like,
maybe it's bad images in the officials, but I feel like in this one, the double vent holes don't go away. So I don't know the story behind that. I don't know. Anyways.
But then also just like whenever you like the quote unquote wear away or like just straight up cleaning it, which is what they're showing you, it just looks like when like those, remember what, I don't remember what year it was when people would just take Sharpies and make it look like very like cell shaded, you know?
Guilty.
There you go. Like I feel like that's just kind of what it looked like.
Yeah.
I was like, it just kind of looked like, I was like that like shell shading style. So I was like, it doesn't. And again, you just showed me a video of you cleaning a shoe. Like you just showed like what?
I don't know. I don't entirely hate it. Like we did a little bit of novelty here. Maybe I came off a little bit strong right at the beginning there. I don't think though that this is like I think they want this to be viral, like a Mischief thing. Right. And I don't think we're
selling you a dirty shoe.
Right. Exactly. Like I think they want to get the thing. Headlines out of this.
Yeah. Mischief would just sell you a dirty shoe. Like,
right. It would not get cleaner.
No, they would just be like, no, we wore these shoes for a year in New York City. So you're buying a used dirty shoe. Like that's what Mischief would do.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, again, it doesn't like, I don't know. It didn't really even look like wear away. Again, you just cleaned it with a sponge, which is what I guess you would do when your Air Force got dirty.
I'm gonna stand behind though. Thankfully, keeping the retail price at $130 here, right? Thankfully, this is not like a $200 limited number of pairs.
Yeah,
fine. Just let this be a thing, but it's not a big thing.
No, yeah.
All right. Rant aside, React X Rejuvenate slides coming out. I know those are popping off right now. Shout out everyone who's on that wave. Air Force One Low Escape. I think this has got to be inspired by the Nike SB that inspired the Travis Scott. No, what was that colorway called? Trail? You know what I'm talking about? The original like brown Nike SB. Nike.
No.
Trail? Was it called Trail? Trail End. This is the original Nike SB that inspired the Travis Scott Jordan 1 High, supposedly. Okay. Image 1. I'm the optometrist. Image 1. Image 2. Image 1. Image 2. I see the similarities there.
One has more holes.
Yep. Good for them. The Air Max 90 Escape. Oh, okay. Maybe a different reference here. Okay. Maybe a different reference here. Still, I see what I see. More colorways of the Air Max DN8. More like the Air Max Dead in the Water. Am I right? This thing's not taking off.
Except for that purple one. Go Tigers.
Hey, go Tigers. This one I was a little pleasantly surprised by. The Nike and Sacai. You go ahead. Take a stab at the name here.
Yeah, the Zegamecadome.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dinsdale Dimmadome. Another step towards the ACG universe. Sure. This one I was pleasantly surprised by because I feel like this is the first Nike and Sacai collaboration I've seen maybe since the original Waffles, where I'm like, okay, I kind of like what's happening here. Like, I feel like since they did the Waffles, everything that followed that was like the Waffles, but now a different model. You know, it just felt like it was forced a lot. I like that we're seeing something kind of different here.
Very tech.
Love the vibes on it. Kind of surprised. I'm just now noticing it. Vibram outsole on these, which seems strange for a Nike product. I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Not
Please, you tie your shoes to tie your shoes.
Double laces. You got to keep. Thankfully, no double tongue on this one. You know, we're back to normal in some regards there.
Double swoosh.
I like this. Not something feel the need to rush to pick up, but I like to see Sacai doing more design work and more new original silhouettes that feel not like we're doing the same joke again.
This is the Y2K aesthetic that I want.
Yeah, bring this back.
You get that with a full-on tracksuit.
What's your
like an underground New York City rave going on?
Glow sticks. What's your favorite colorway of the three? We got black and white,
Okay.
black, gray, and yellow, Steelers,
Okay.
and then we got white and gum.
Here's the thing: the one that I like the best is not the one that I would buy. The one that
Okay.
I would buy would be the black, gray, and yellow. The one that I
Yeah.
like the best is the white and gum.
It's strange to see such like a what I equate to be like a light and airy colorway on such like a technical looking shoe,
Yeah.
you know, like, but I kind of like that different juxtaposition there of like, oh, this looks just like the little casual shoe, but it's got all this tech in it.
Yeah, I kind of like it. I think the black, gray, and yellow one's the best.
Mm-hmm.
I not the best, but the one I would like the most. I think the best one is the white one.
Yeah. Black and white, just
I like the black one. I like with that little hit of the white or
on the midsole,
right there, kind of the sole, like that real down at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Black actually looks really good. Like I'm not a huge fan of like all black or all red or all blue shoes, but like this, I do kind of like that all black look on it. May just be the different types of material that they have that really show off each panel, which is really cool, which you kind of want to see with this shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that they did a really good job of utilizing a lot of different material to make sure you still see kind of like that depth of the silhouette. So I do really like it. Again, not something that like I'm super keen on maybe wearing, but
I think the thing I'm not
really
loving about these are the bat wings at the front of them. I could do without those. These big flaps coming off the front.
Yeah. I really like it. I like I said, I mean, again, kind of a big thing with Sakai, but kind of like that double stack.
Yeah.
You know, kind of sole. I think it looks good. I think the double stack sole looks best on this kind of like all black pair. You really get to see it a lot. But it looks good.
Yeah. Not a bad new silhouette. Go Sakai. All right. I'm going to just cruise for a little bit here. Holler if anything jumps out at you that you want to talk about.
Keep scrolling past some loafers.
Did we do another Nike Dunk Low with a tassel? What is on this one?
Yeah, I saw the tassel. It doesn't look like a graduation tassel.
Oh, wait. Nike includes a blue braided hang tag. Yeah, sure. You did. Okay, I got to go through the image. Is there a reference here? What are we doing? This looks like someone who works at Nike. Like they have a kid who got into arts and crafts and made one of these. And they're like, yeah, sure, we can put it on a shoe. Sure.
No, I got to support her small business.
It's going to be good. Shout out the Winnie the Pooh Crocs. Okay, hang on. I got to see the Eeyores from the top down. The Eeyores look crazy from the top down. Hang on. Oh, the fuzzy ears coming off the side. Okay.
I like how the eyes are not giblets.
The little tail. Okay.
That's cute. I do like, oh no, the eyes are giblets. I thought the eyes were like painted. The nose is painted on those.
The nose is eyes. Haunting.
Yeah. I do like that. You can put different eyes, maybe.
Okay, well, we gotta look at them now. Are these No, these are not mismatched. No, I'm about to say that'd be wild.
Of course, the honey pot is the lift.
Oh, hang on. The gibbet that's just his back end sticking out. Okay, these are cute. These are cute.
That's cute. That's cute. Mm-hmm. I like it.
All right. Let's see. Nike Book Ones. React Rejuvenate.
More, yeah.
So much React Rejuvenate.
I guess summer coming up. Good time to flood the market.
Let's talk about it real quick. The Nike Hyper Ice Hyper Boot. For those of you that don't know, it's on the screen right now. This is a recovery boot made in collaboration between Nike and a company called Hyper Ice that you're meant to wear after doing like physical activity, sports and stuff like that. It has compression, it has heating and cooling. If you want to hear more about it, see more about it, I'm pretty sure on last week's episode of the Complex Sneakers podcast, they had a pair of these. I was audio only listening, so I didn't actually see it, but I'm pretty sure they had a pair of these. All that to say, these are $900, and I'm here to ask you all right now, please do not make this the next Mischief Big Red boot. Please don't get a pair of these just to wear out, just to be like, I got these. Please don't make this the next Nike Mag. Like, it's a tool to use for recovery if you're doing sports stuff. This is not a flex. Please don't be pulling up to the function with these on. My plea to you.
Agreed. However, you had me at cooling.
Would you rather these or the Adidas Climacool?
I don't know. These have fans built in them. Those.
I don't know that they have fans built, so I'm not sure.
I got an HVAC on the heel of this thing.
What's your bill on these? Your monthly utilities. 900's just up front, but yeah.
The compressor went out on my sneakers.
Where do you think your local sneaker boutique is going to carry Freon for these, or do you have to go to like a specialty place to get them topped off?
Imagine pulling up to an AC repair, but yeah.
Hey, I got these boots. Yeah.
They keep freezing up on me. Well, when did you change the filter?
It's been a while. Yeah. All the button controls are on the heel on the back of them. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I'm sure there is some audience for this. I'm going to guess mainly like sports programs at schools. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's sports programs at schools or people who are taking their health way too seriously. Like the guy who's like doing the program to try to live to be the oldest human ever. I could see him being into these. But
because again, like I'm seeing like a school and I'm like, I think their PT is just going to handle that.
We talk about AI taking our jobs. No one's talking enough about footwear taking the PT's jobs, but it's real. It could happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it could.
Anyways.
It's all fun and games until you get sunburnt on your pinky toes.
Coming back. Hard left turn. Lightning McQueen Crocs are coming back, everybody.
The retro?
You're grabbing your head like you want a pair of these.
The retro.
You think you will?
Chows?
Page not found. They had to take it down.
OG cut too. Wow.
You should. I think you should.
Pull up and showing along. Wow. Oh, New Balance.
Yeah, we got some more New Balance.
We gave you gray. What about brown?
There it is. Great A's. Is that a Mine?
That kind of, yeah.
Looks like a Mine.
Where's the
vintage khaki green colorway. The New Balance green. 2010. Okay. Let's see.
That is a Mine.
That's a good colorway.
Where's the green?
Outsole, the sole on this one's kind of funky. That's a good colorway. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Mine. Confirmed. $160, so that's good. You get a little bit of a price break there. Yeah, I don't know. Something about the soles sitting a little bit weird with me, but good colorway overall.
Wide shoe. Oh, yeah.
ASAP Rocky and Puma Inhale. Okay, well, the link's not working, so they don't want you to see it. Naruto and the Converse. You could run fast in these. Let's see. New Balance 933. Oh, this one? Sorry, you called out the AFI logo. We're going to go back to that real quick. I've not looked at the AFI logo in a while, but does it look like this?
I think maybe it's not their logo. Maybe it's the album. I think it's Rabbits, but it's close enough.
Okay. A reference certainly worth going back for. Glad we did it. The New Balance 933 Andrew Reynolds. Okay, they don't want us to see it. They didn't click the article for it. All I want to say about these is that these seem to be getting some traction, more so than I would have thought for a New Balance skating silhouette. But I guess the Andrew Reynolds name gives it a little bit more weight there. I like the look of it. I like that you get kind of the combo of like classic New Balance upper, but on like modern skate sole, flat, hopefully some more cushioning in there. Not a bad looking shoe. New Balance 1300. This one looks very
classic.
The mythical sneaker is back for its quinquennial drop. One moment.
Thank you.
Recurring every 5 years. Okay. Quinquennial, everybody. There's new word of the day.
Sometimes I just feel like words don't need to exist.
Yeah. Back for its 5th anniversary would have been fine,
Yeah, I'm telling you, I swear, mark my words, clip this. you ever unironically use that word, I'm putting hands on you.
It's on site. It's on site.
It's
quinquennial. Yeah.
It's going to hurt. It's not going to be a lifelong, pain, but you'll feel me.
Yeah. Yeah. Enough to make you think twice about saying it. Enough to make you wait a quinquennial before you try and say it again.
There you go.
I didn't use that word correctly in that context, but
I think it is. I'm going to let it fly. Judge.
So you said like you're on Family Feud, Steve? Yeah.
What's on the board?
I'm not going to do all the reading right now. Sorry, Sneaker News, to know if the shoe came out in the 1980s and has released every 5 years since then. You're talking about the 1980s, which makes me think so. But I just want to remind everyone, at no point ever is Sneakers serious enough to write, in the late 1980s, a Silk Road of sorts formed connecting the U.S. to Japan.
We don't need that.
Listen, we're doing a little too much to try and paint a backstory for Sneakers here. A Silk Road of sorts. All that to say, these remind me of the Stone Island collab from a couple of years back in the colorway there. Maybe this one did it first, and I don't know, and I'm off base here, but my references are what they are. Yeah. Getting to the end of May here, getting to a lot of no images. Supreme Nike SB Dunk Low. Oh, okay. We got some more dunks coming. 94. This top right one.
Wow.
This is a real catfish moment here. In this one, kind of looking pigeon-ish, if you ask me. The shades of gray, the infraredish, reddish pink on the back. Not in terms of the color blocking, but in terms of the gray and that reddish pink that they used at the top there. I feel like on a dunk makes me think of pigeons. But then you look at the other images. Oh, that's a black shoe. That's a black shoe with a red. Catfish. Gotcha. The profile looked very different from in person.
Yeah.
So anyways, these coming out at some point, I guess. Not bad. Kind of simple. I feel like Supreme lately just has not been hitting the way it was however many years ago.
No, yeah. Those are cool. I like those.
Yeah, the black and yellow. Shout out Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow. Yep. Okay. Black and blue. Also not looking bad. I like the suede on these. Black and purple. Go Ravens. The Baltimore fans eating right now.
Lamar.
So I don't know. Not bad looking. I really could do without the 94 on the side of them. I feel like just the Supreme embossed in the midsole is kind of cool, but whatever. It's what's done is done.
It's Supreme.
What is going on here? Caroline Hugh and Adidas Samba. We're gonna come back to that. Okay, that's where we're ending the month on this one. What? You know when you look at a picture and you just really have to look at it for a second to be like, my brain's not sure it understands.
Of what's going on right here? Yeah. There's a lot moving.
Okay, let's see. New York-based designer Caroline Hugh.
Sure.
Let's get the larger one. So it's like a fabric with like a ruffle to it. That is wild looking, I will say. Wow.
Okay.
It really makes your eyes work.
The poppets on the bottom?
No poppets. I think that's normally what the bottom of the Samba looks like. Let's see. Silver looks overwhelming to the eye. This hurts me a little bit to look at and try and sort.
Ugh, that's so Lord.
Yeah, that classic. Red I kind of like. Red I think works for this satin material, I guess is a better sentence.
Okay.
I think that's a better sentence. I think red is better suited for this material and this style of design.
What? I don't need that. Oh, shut! I don't like it.
You don't like that? Shout out bar lacing in the official photos there though. We're bringing it back. This is wild. Someone's going to get off some incredible fashion fit with these, and it obviously will not be me, but kind of wild. I like the swing. I like that they took the swing here for it, do something different.
Right. Different they did.
Lastly, let's talk about Jordans that are releasing this month. Shout out to Air Jordan 5 Low Peanut Butter and Jelly. Air Jordan 4 aluminum. Listen, where are we at? We're at 50 minutes. We're going to scroll to the stuff that people want to hear about. The Air Jordan 1 High UNC reimagined. The pictures I'm seeing of these, of people getting them, looking pretty good. These are looking good. Now, I know I'm talking to a notorious UNC non-believer over here. Jordan Brand, stop pushing the UNC narrative. You want to go ahead and get a couple bars off, King?
I'm okay. I don't know. I don't know why I'm a big hater.
But this is the one, pun intended. This is the one to do the UNC one. So this one makes sense.
This one, I'm like, I'm like, okay, fine. I just feel like I'm just like, do we need, I think it's kind of like the same where it's, with the Chicago colorway on everything. I'm like, do we like, I don't think it needs to be on that, but I think they they're more reserved with the Chicago colorway. However, the UNC, they just throw that thing on everything.
I also can't keep up with Jordan Brand between like, it's got a mixed matched lid and bottom on the box. So is this lost and found? No, this is reimagined. Are those the same? Sometimes, yeah, but not always. Yeah, pick a lane. Yeah, what is your narrative here?
Yeah, I mean, it like you said, I'm okay with this one because it's the first one. I'm like, all right, that's not bad.
These look good. I'm not someone that would wear the UNC one in any fashion, just like a very bright baby blue shoe for me. But this has probably been my favorite version of the UNC one, just because it's a little more toned down. It's kind of got some fun character to it. Again, the pictures of these that I'm seeing people getting them, they're making them look good. And then I think, okay, hang on. I did not know about, you're going to make me Google it? Okay. I got to know what a Jordan Luca 4 Gone Fishing looks like.
Better be good.
It's not. What is this? Is that a fishing lure on the side? What's that? Okay. We thought Sneaker News writing was bad. The embroidered heel shows two fish doing synchronized swimming or plotting revenge. This is not a Twitch chat. Right? Like the shoe write-up is not your time to try to get a joke off here.
Yeah, I was about to say, what are you workshopping right now?
This seems like, let's just be silly. Let's just write a silly little article. No.
I mean, I guess, no.
Wow. You know what I think the issue is that ever since the Dunk Low, what were they called? The Trouts that came out like 2 years ago? Ever since those, that's the ideal fishing shoe. Right? There's a high bar that's been set if you want to do a fishing shoe.
I like this is...
I don't know.
Now I don't believe that you ever go fishing, Luke.
I don't think you know what a fish looks like.
The season's over, so you're about to have a lot of time to fish.
Sure.
Boom.
Shots fired. Okay, the other two that I think people are really going to be talking about, retro of the Air Jordan 4 white cement classic colorway, Nike Air on the back. It's the way you got to do it.
Really good.
These shoes are not part of the Reimagined series and will be close to the original colorway, sure. I've never been a white cement forwards guy. I've just never needed a pair predominantly white shoes. I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to get them and run them into the ground because I think like they would get
I think they would
so
look
much
good,
better
right?
looking that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Too.
Every now and then when I put any of my pairs of fours on, I'm just like, I do not feel that comfortable. And there's a part of me that's like,
fair.
You're just going to have to live through that pain until you break them in. But my forwards I've had for years now. And granted, I'm not wearing them every day, but I've worn them enough to where like, do we ever get to that point? Do they ever get to the point? Yeah.
Yeah. Or you just do like I did and buy a completely thrashed pair.
Yeah.
Like $10 and just, that is nice. When they're completely thrashed like that, they are nice, but that's a firm shoe.
Yeah. So I don't know. Realistically, I don't see myself grabbing a pair of these, even though I want to cosplay as someone who runs their fours into the ground like that. But good looking shoe, $225, gonna sell out. I do like though that the headline is about it, and then the sub headline, a $10 bump from the current base Air Jordan 4 price. Okay, sure.
And then you say it like that, I'm like, all right.
The last one, the Air Jordan 3 Rare Air. I don't think people going as crazy for on this one. Hard to say bad colorway when it's so close to black cement Jordan 3s, right? Like unnecessary, perhaps a little bit, but not not terrible. Something about those insoles I really like the white and red on blue. Maybe it's the patriot in me.
Yeah.
God bless America. That's just a sucker for it. But the heel tabs, the inverse, the mirror, sure, it's rare air. Not a shoe I need by any stretch of the imagination.
Whole episode, you've just been hitting us with random taglines like, "Sure, it's rare air."
Well, that's the whole thing. That's what it says. That's the name of the shoe. That's not me coming up with a bit there. That's just the name of the shoe, Tanner. That's just the colorway. This last one I saw that I don't know anything about.
My boy, no.
Jordan 1 Retro High OG Ruby. An intriguing spin on a modern classic colorway.
Women's that exclusive scene from Akira. No.
We got crackled red foil, kind of snake skinny. But it's like a bread toe.
But
the bread,
but also
the bread is stale. Maybe
it's definitely stale.
I don't know what happened here.
Yeah, it's metallic. You know what that is? It's a stale French bread.
There it is. Yeah. Oh, and the Wings logo is like a big tag on the side of it instead of, okay, well, not for me anyways. A flashy shoe, but sure.
Yeah,
well, there you have it.
Literally.
I think every shoe that's releasing in May that you need to know about, and several that you didn't.
Hey.
Several that not only did you not need to know about, but we did not need to release. But yeah, I think
they did.
Compared to last month, more interesting stuff coming out this month.
Agreed.
I like the weird, wild stuff that we're getting. That, again, is not for me to pick up, but it's just interesting to see happen. I don't think we need this continued run of expensive, limited takes on classic silhouettes. You know, like this collaborator did special material to a certain number of pairs. You know, we can just chill on that a little bit. But
yeah,
that's the world of sneakers we're in.
And it's always just like, I'm also just like, Jordan Brand, the Masters was like not that long ago. You couldn't have timed the golf shoe with like the biggest golf event. I don't know.
Supply chain. What are you going to do, huh?
Oh.
But thank you, everyone, for checking out another episode of Shoe Podcast. You can find us online at shoepodcast.com, across socials at Shoe Podcast, everywhere except for where we're not. If you made it this far in the episode, thank you so much for listening. We would ask that you consider, please, subscribing, liking, commenting, following, whatever the action is on your platform of choice. We'd appreciate if you made it this far in the episode. We're going to assume that it was okay. And lastly, if you want to continue the conversation with us and fans of the show, you can do so through our Discord linked in the episode description down below. You got anything for the people?
Let's see. What are we going to do?
I really want people to sound off more in the comments with their response to your questions.
Yeah. You know what? If you were going to be a brand of TV, what brand of TV would you be?
Okay.
I'm feeling, for me, Roku.
Oh, I forget they make TVs now. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm a Roku TV.
Okay.
A Roku brand TV.
Okay. Yeah. We haven't, I feel like it's hard to say a brand other than the one that you have, because like you buy that because it's the one that you like, you know?
Oh, well, I have a Samsung. So.
Oh, okay. No,
really turning on Samsung right now.
We have a TCL, which I think they still make TVs, but it's like the affordable model you can get at like Target or whatever. So hard to think of anything. I feel like to say like I'm like a flagship, like an LG or a Samsung, is just a little bit too presumptuous of myself. So I'll go TCL. Reliable, affordable.
Yeah.
Better ingredients, better TVs. All right. Thank you, everyone, for checking out another episode of Shoe Podcast. We'll be back next week with another one. We might have a guest on the show. I need to talk to you about that. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up and we can figure that out. One last time, I'm your co-host, Ryan Landry.
I'm your co-host, Tanner Young.
Ooh, ASMR ending. Catch you all next week. Have a good weekend. Bye.